Time to talk sport, and sports we must. On that note, I welcome you to Sport Lounge here on Voice of the People, now the 6.1 FM Abuja, and this is the show where we bring to you all the latest juicy details in the world of sport. If it's basketball, golf, table tennis, wow, everything sport we bring to you like you love it. Okay, guys, don't forget you can listen to us anywhere in the world. Just simply go to your Apple iOS store, download Radio Garden. Just look for Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja, and voila, will be in your speakers. And you can watch us live. For those who like to watch live, guys, simple. Just go to your YouTube and just look for Voice of the People 96.1 FM. To come on the channel, and absolutely you'll get to see how I look right now because we are streaming live on YouTube. It's a show for you. Don't forget, feel free to interrupt me with your calls, guys. And that's what I love about the show, where you to have your say. Simple. How do you do that? Simple. Send us a WhatsApp voice note, a WhatsApp message, a WhatsApp call. Put a call through to us, or send us an SMS, all on the same number, 0808 312 8618. That is 0808 312 8618, and you'll be live on the show. Without wasting much time, guys, let's hit the road. Let's begin Sport Lounge, and let's start off from the local scene. And of course, let's begin, of course, from where else but from, of course, the Ministry of Sport, where the Minister of Sport Development, Senator John Owen Eno, has charged Team Nigeria athletes heading to Paris for the Olympic Games to surpass the feats achieved at the Atlanta 1996 Games, where they won 6 gold medals, which include 2 gold, a silver, and 3 bronze medals. Senator Eno made this call yesterday during a media parley addressing the press at the media center at the MK Abiola Stadium in Abuja. Sport Minister confirmed that a budget of 12 billion naira has been approved for the Olympic Games regarding the athletes' welfare. As such, he looks forward to reaching the heights of his predecessor. His predecessors could not achieve. Let's listen to, of course, Senator John Owen Eno speaking concerning his chances about Nigeria doing well in that one.
It's 12-point-something billion. That's the budget that we have. And that is divided into 2 for the Olympics, it's about 9, and for the Paralympics, 3-point-something billion. As sports minister, my aspiration is to surpass the records that were earlier set, not about the Olympics of last 4 years, but from the Olympics of 1996, which remains our best ever performance.
He also added that he would have the opportunity to visit the team, talking about Team Nigeria, before they get jet off for Paris to officially break down the budget for the athletes. He said the athletes who will unveil their captain before the team heads out to France. Senator John Owen Eno.
Before the team leaves for Paris, I'm going to have the opportunity of visiting that team, and just like I did in Accra, Ghana for the African Games, I'm going to be able to let them know from 1 to Z all what their entitlements are. The Nigeria captain to the Olympics will be unveiled before they leave for Paris. I believe that will be done.
Senator Edel, however, expressed pleasure with the reports coming from athletes and the performance team in their various camps, saying that the team is sound and he believes in the quality of the team when it's in right condition.
I have a team that is more technically sound than I, that is working with these athletes and giving advice to working with them very closely. And our prayers for the team is that we arrive at the competition in our most competitive level. And if we do so, there's no doubt about the quality of our team and about how ambitious the team is.
We confirmed that as it stands, the Team Nigeria will award $5,000 to gold medalists, $3,000 to silver medalists, and $2,000 to bronze medalists. Still talking about the Minister of Youth and Sport, yes, he has stated that all the camping allowances of the athletes will be paid to the last couple before the team departs for the venue of the 2024 Olympics in France. Said owing athletes allowance is gradually becoming a norm as many podium finish athletes struggled to get Ghana earlier this year. But thankfully, these were the words of the sport minister. I said, thankfully, the federal government, without deducting a dime, approved the budget for the 2024 Olympics. This shows the passion President Tinubu has for Nigerian sport. To this end, we won't owe any athletes a dime, and all the monies due to them were paid before they depart for Paris. And finally, the Minister of Sport Development, Senator John Oman Eno, has denied involvement in getting the new Super Eagles coach. Yes, the former coach, Ifilidi George, resigned from the position after leading Nigeria to just 2 World Cup qualifying games, making the federation to run against time in getting a new manager for the 3 times African champions. Reported that the minister and the president, Nigeria Football Federation, were in England to search for a new coach for the senior national team. But during the media parley with the journalist, Senator denied the report, though admitting traveling to England. But according to him, he went seeking for sponsors for Nigeria sport, as against the report of him searching for a Super Eagles next coach. And now let's leave that a little bit and let's go to what's happening with the Sun Eagles, where Nigerian Football Federation NFF has appointed Abdullahi Issa, a veteran goalkeeper who later became assistant coach of the team, as the new head coach of the Super Sun Eagles. Other backroom staffs appointed by the NFF for the Super Sun Eagles include Christopher Kaduri, assistant coach, and Bashar Samaila as goalkeeper trainer. Meanwhile, we know that the Super Sun Eagles departed Nigeria for Nauchot, that is early hours of this morning. They left Abuja for Lagos late last night, and of course they left early hours of this morning. That the team would have comprised of Victor Tale, Emeka Obona, Adoma Isa, Adam Staiwo, Emmanuel Ohoferia, Godwin Tale, Egon Osi Ekujumi, Chidozie France, I beg your pardon, and Hassan Abdullahi. The second leg is for Kaduna at the Murtala Square on the 27th of July in Nigeria. But let's hear first of all from the no other than, of course, the president of the Nigerian Football Federation, speaking to the players about how important this is for them and what he wants from them when the game begins proper on Saturday against Mauritania in the AFCON qualifier.
So I just want to remind you that I think for the past almost 5 years we have been participating now, because of the way we saw some commitments, that's why we feel it's important for us to bring it back. And it happens to be the first set of players that we are going to use to try and see how we can bring back beach soccer in Nigeria. So I want you to try and use this opportunity to encourage us. Because if you go there, we want you people to encourage us, so that at least we will do more. So therefore, you should take it as a very big test to you, and by the grace of God, we will do it. But I still insist that we'll try, as we promised, that we are bringing back soccer, we'll really bring it back. It's not easy for us, because we have a lot of activities, but with that, I still say you people must go and compete. I just want you to take it at the back of your mind. We are going up there to represent Nigeria for a tournament that will have been well known, for a game that will have been well known in Africa and even the world, because Nigeria have been participating in almost all the World Cups of beach soccer as well at the continental level before we decided to withdraw our participation. But now we are coming back, and you are going to be the pioneer people that will strive our own courage to do it. So you must try as much as possible to do what you can encourage us. I wish you all the best. And as I said earlier, it's not going to be easy, but we'll do our best to make sure that we encourage you.
Also speaking about that ahead of the game against Mauritania was, of course, first of all, the coach of the team, talking about, of course, Abdullahi Issa. And this is what he had to say before the team departed for Lagos late last night.
General Secretary, first of all, I would like to seize this opportunity to thank the Nigerian Football Federation, for reviving this team back after some years. As you can see, the boys are very excited, coming back to playing, on the sand. And from the technical side, we are so confident in these guys. They are ready, been preparing for like 10 days now, and ready to go. And we so much believe that we're going to do the country proud. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Captain.
Also, the captain of the team, Victor Tale, spoke, and this is what he had to say.
Great, sir. My name is Tale Victor, the captain of the team. By the special grace of God, we as team, we say we are grateful for this privilege. We are assuring the country, also assuring the NFF member, by the special grace of God. We are going there not to just win, just messed up there. By the special grace of God, we go and come back victorious. And also at the home here, we'll also make sure we clear the point also.
Thanks. That is the captain of the team, Victor Tale, speaking to the press. Okay, I'll be moving over to one man, Franklin Gimona, the finance boy talking sports over there, somewhere in Nyanya. We hear that, of course, in our bid to strengthen sport and pave a way for a way forward, we'll be speaking with Over Prime Academy in Nyanya. And Franklin is with them over there, live on ground. Let's see if we can get to Franklin and get to see whether we can speak to him to talk to us about the team from Over Prime Academy. Hopefully, we'll try to see whether we can reach, try to contact him to see if we can get that one sorted out. Wait and see whether Fine Boy is there. Okay, finally, we seem we've gotten to Fine Boy. Fine Boy, good evening. Welcome to the show.
A very good you, Sport Bishop, and good evening to you, Buja. It's good to be here, Sport Bishop.
Okay, guys, Fine Boy, quickly let us know what you have for us this evening.
All right, I'm currently at the Nyanya playground right here in the FCT. Together with some coaches at Oval Prime Academy. You know, Sport Bishop, one of the things that we promote on our show, as well as to Abuja and Nigeria at large, is to see how football is being run, is being managed, and also being engaged right from the grassroots level. So that took me into the streets and right here in Nyanya. Currently sitting with me are some of the coaches in the different cadet level, on the 9, on the 10, on the 15, on the 17, as well as the senior national team. So let me allow some of the coaches to have a chit chat with you and let us know what Oval Prime is all about, shall we?
Yo, let's go. Go ahead, Franklin. You have the floor.
All right. I'm together with Coach.
Ogbada Atta.
Coach, please, can you speak up because Abuja is currently listening to you?
Okay, Ogbada Atta.
So, you are a coach of under what level?
The under 13 and 15 level.
Under 13 and under 15 level. So when we say we have players, or rather young children that are under this age category, what do we tend to look at for these children? Are we looking at the future Messi, or we just want to gather these children and waste their time and they go back home?
Like you said, we're looking at the future for the kids. You know, from the grassroots, that is when you can see their talents and you help develop their talent for them to become the likes of Messi and Ronaldo in future.
And not a certain Victor Oseni.
Yes, definitely Victor Oseni is also inclusive.
Sport Bishop.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
You know that the summer holidays will be upon us at the moment in about a few weeks.
Absolutely.
Most of our children will be at home, and it will be more like them disturbing moments when dad is at home. So one of the things we do at Voice of the People is to allow these children to know that there's life in sport and football in particular. And that brings me to the next coach that is with us. Coach Omo, yes, that is with us. Coach, please, can you come closer and talk to Abuja and let them know who you are and what you do?
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Coach Omo.
Okay.
Go ahead, Coach.
My name is Coach Omo. I'm one of the coach from Overall Football Academy in Abuja.
Sport Bishop.
I can hear you. Go ahead. I'm listening.
All right. A couple of minutes ago, we had the chairman with me.
Okay.
We had an extensive discussion, and he promised to come have a time with us right there at the studio, as well as bring in some of the captains and the coach. So we have a fuller house. But Coach Omo here is a coach under 17, nurturing the likes of the Kelechi here of yesteryears, the Kelechi Wakali, as well as the Victor Sime, one of the prominent names in the Super Eagles.
Okay,
Bishop, I must tell you that this coach is built for this.
Okay, just
Yes,
quickly, fine. But I just want to get to hear from the coaches. You know, handling kids is not the easiest of job. What are the biggest challenges when it comes to coaching, especially at the cadet level? I would love to hear from them. Are you there?
Bishop is trying to say is that handling those children can be very, very tasking. So how have you been able to manage these children and their character?
Yeah, they are really doing well. By the grace of God, some of them they have played to the national level. Some are in under 15 national level, under 16, under 17 national level. So they are really doing well.
Okay, fine, boy. Quickly before we let go, let's quickly talk about what's the process like. You know, it's not all about having young players just playing football. Is there a plan to take them from junior level to senior level? Are they tracking the progress of these players in the academy?
I would like the last coach that is here to perhaps answer that question. Is much more informed to tell us how the process is in terms of recruiting these children and helping them transit into the bigger picture. Coach.
Well, I'm Ezekiel Okuma, Over Prime. Yeah, the recruitment process is more of we seeing how you play. We were able to detect your talent.
Okay.
Now, what we do if we have a new player, we have lots of them who come around, and what we do basically is allow them to play. Once you come for the first time, we'll allow you play, and we'll see what you can do with the ball at that level. From the 10, 15, we'll just allow you play for the first time, and from there we're able to know your weakness and what you are able to do. Then from there we recruit you. We start training you, and we build you up from there.
Okay, fine boy. Quickly talk to me about quickly before we wrap up the whole interview. What Nigeria should be expecting? Knowing fully that Nyanya is in the deep part of Abuja, and to have such a facility, to have such a setup, what's it like for the people of Nyanya over there?
Most especially Nyanya in the outskirts of Abuja. Yes, talking about the Oval Prime Academy. The bigger picture for this academy is to have more of our children taken out of the streets and given a place in the world of sport and football in particular. The bigger picture for Oval Prime is to have those children transit into the bigger picture, like the Super Eagles of today, looking at also club football from the local clubs as well as the international club, the Chelsea of this world, the Manchester United of this world, the Barcelona, and what have you. But it must begin from the grassroots. Perhaps sometimes next week we will have the chairman with us right there on the show, and the discussion will be extensive and elaborate.
Absolutely.
But for now, the coaches of Oval Prime are doing a very good job, and the people of Nyanya are quite grateful for this young academy that have started not quite long. And the bigger picture is for this academy to grow and have more of our children pass through them and become responsible athletes in future.
Absolutely fine, but don't worry. One of these days we'll also be part of them. We'll get our kids ready and do some runarounds with them. Hopefully, sometimes in the nearest future.
Perhaps you should be under 40. But as for me, you know where I belong to. The cheerleader. I have to share this one.
Absolutely.
It's a pleasure talking sport with you, Sport Bishop. We will meet at the other side.
Absolutely.
After this segment.
Absolutely. We'll surely meet at the other side. Thank you very much, fine boy, for this one.
You're welcome.
Okay, guys. Quickly, guys. Let us go. Let us go straight to quickly other things happening in the local scene. Let's quickly let you know that the coach of the Super Falcons, talking about Randy Wardrop, has remained optimistic about the team ahead of the Paris Olympics. Yeah, despite the team's 1-0 loss to Canada in their international friendly on Wednesday, the American gaffer has remained optimistic about the team. He says, obviously, we'd like to win games at the end of the day, but I think our performance was very positive. We were good in the attacking phase. I thought it was a much better performance than we had in the World Cup against Canada. The words of Randy Wardrop. And let's come back to the league. I'll quickly let you know, of course, that despite the CAF Champions League and the Nigerian Premier Football League champions, Rangers International have been unable to secure the services of their reliable midfielder, Kalu Weke. Weke is one of the key players who played for the club for the title last season. His contract with the Flying Antelope expired as he decided to pitch his tent with Oriental Derby rivals Eyimba International. The skillful player has been training with the People's Elephant in the past few days, and it seems a 2-year deal has been agreed. Weke is expected to play over here. A significant role for the former African champions, both on the continent and the domestic scene. And we now know the Academy Warriors will play in the CAF Confederations Cup at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja. The Minister of Sport Development, John Owa Eno, on Thursday during the media parley with the sport writers in Nigeria, made this known, saying that the Borno State government has officially written to them that the 2024 Presidential Federations Cup will make the Moshood Abiola Stadium their home ground for the CAF Inter-Club competition. Academy Warriors will face JJFC of Benin in the first preliminary round of the competition between the 13th to the 15th of September, with the second leg coming up between the 20th to the 22nd of September 2024. And now to Nigerian players abroad. The Nigerian Super Falcons defender Tony Payne has expressed her excitement after joining English Super League side Everton FC. The Toffees on Friday afternoon announced the capture of the Nigerian international who departed the Spanish side Sevilla earlier in the week. According to her, said, and I'll quote her, "I'm excited to be an Everton player. It's been my dream to play in the UK and such a strong league like the WSL. I'm excited to have the opportunity to play at a club like Everton and with so much history in football. Now was the right moment for me to look for another challenge to push myself. It's going to be different and new. I'm really happy about my decision. I'm impressed with how the league is investing in teams and the league itself. I see such a rapid growth and it's something that I'm excited and eager to be part of. You can see just how much the players are growing here at Everton. I think this is going to be a great fit for me because that's what I want. I want to grow, I want to improve, and this is the perfect place for me to achieve that. I'm impressed with the way we play, and I think it fits my style and how I want to play. I cannot wait to get started." And of course, we know that Tony Payne is part of the 18-man list that will take part at the Paris Olympics, representing Nigeria as one of the Super Falcons. And before I open up the phone lines, guys, we know that, of course, the Super Eagles ace Victor Osimhen has agreed to personal terms with Paris Saint-Germain, with the Ligue 1 giant, and still negotiating with Napoli. It is understood that, according to Italy Total Sports newspaper, that Osimhen is ready to join PSG and has already shaking hands with the French club. According to reports, 25-year-old has agreed to sign a 5-year deal worth £14 million per season. His agent, Roberto Calenda, was in the France capital earlier this week to negotiate with PSG, and now the Ligue 1 giant must reach an agreement with Napoli. The Patenaipi and their head coach, Antonio Conte, are prepared to part companies with the Nigerian forward, but PSG seemed unwilling to match Osimhen's €130 million clause. The latest report claims that PSG could pay €100 million and include one of their players in the deal. Meanwhile, Conte has already identified Chelsea outcast Romelu Lukaku as the ideal replacement for Osimhen at the Stadio Maradona. And of course, Fulham midfielder Alex Iwobi has said he can't wait for the 2024-2025 English Premier League season to kick off. The skillful Nigerian international joined the Mario Silva side last summer from Everton and has been able to cement his place in the team. While speaking to reporters, Iwobi admitted that they were not consistent last season, but are expected to be a better season ahead. He said, that, quote, "I can't wait to get the season started. Kicked off again. With Fulham, we had a bit of an inconsistent season, but we know how good we are. When we are talking at the end of the season, we were thinking, we see the quality in the room. Let's try and push up the table. Everyone is ready to go," he said. Fulham finished 13th on the table last season. Okay, guys, you can't be part of the show. Let's talk about Victor Osimhen. Let's talk about the Super Falcons. Do you agree with Randy Wardrop that the team are much, much better and ready for the games to come at the Olympics? Don't forget they play Brazil in their first official game later today. Also, you can have your say as well of what's happening with the Super Eagles. Come on, we talked about that much yesterday, but let's talk about the Super Falcons, the preparation. Let's talk about, of course, Victor Osimhen. Let's talk about the sport minister. He says they are ready. They will pay all their monetary. All including to their final penny. He talked about $5,000 for gold, $3,000 for silver, $2,000 for bronze, and he's expecting that. He said it's not his job to get the Super Eagles coach. His job is to ensure that the right man gets the job. Let's take this phone call. Hello, what's the name? Where are you calling from? My brother.
Hello.
I can hear you. What's the name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me? Oh, wow. I'm struggling to hear me. Don't forget, you can be part of the show. It's very simple. The number to call is 0808 312 8618. 0808 312 8618. A WhatsApp call, normal call, WhatsApp message, WhatsApp voice note, SMS, all count. Hello, what's the name? Where you calling from? Hello?
I can hear you. Good evening.
Good. What's the name? Where you calling from?
My name is Evidence Emmanuel. I'm calling from Usei.
Evidence Emmanuel. How's Usei 2 this evening?
Everywhere is cool. The weather is cool. It's raining over here this morning.
Evidence, talk to me.
Third Bishop.
Yes, sir.
Starting from let me start from Victor Osimhen.
Okay.
You see the cause of the video he made, huh?
I don't know.
You see the cause of
I don't know. But
I'm not saying you don't know. I'm not saying you have no saying. I'm in the talk.
Okay.
I'm in the talk. You see the price tag where they put for in member. Gradually, Napoli don't reduce them because they want push out of the club. They don't need striker, but they don't need somebody like Victor Osimhen. I wish him all the best. I hope by now it might don't calm down. Me head calm down for once, for now. And talking about the Olympics, for the Olympic Games, I just wish Team Nigeria all the best. I wish he can make us proud. Even though he should be trying to call for the Super Falcon camp. But by the grace of God, they were able to overcome it. I'm wishing them all the best. But Bishop, on a lighter note, I'm preparing a protest to VOP.
What is the protest?
You people are not having us enough now. 1 hour is not enough for us to hear sports.
Okay, 1 hour. Wow. Apologies.
Papa and go. It's not enough for us now. At least increase it to 3 hours every day. We know that on Saturday we have enough time, but weekly like this, say weekend work will start on Thursday.
Okay. We've taken your plea into account. Don't worry. We'll see what we can do about it. Like I said, it's voice of the people. We'll give you a voice.
2 hours, 3 hours will be enough for us to listen to sport every day before that Saturday.
No problem. We'll look into it.
I'm listening to you. Carry on.
Thank you very much.
What of Mr. King? Mr. King?
It's all right. He's feeling good. Don't worry. He'll be back very soon. Don't worry. He just went to something.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Okay, Okay, guys, I keep the calls coming in. We're still taking calls. 0808-312-8618. Osimhen is the burner, man on the burner today. PSG, we hear he's the destination. Is it a good move for Victor Osimhen? I want to hear from you guys. Do you think that is where he should be playing his football come the start of next season? 0808-312-8618. 0808-312-8618. Okay, as we're expecting those calls coming in, guys, we go straight to the Davis Cup that is going right now at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja. Yes, it was a beautiful day for Nigeria. Talking about, of course, Team Nigeria. 3-0 they won yesterday against Côte d'Ivoire. I can confirm to you, yes, 3-0 win against Côte d'Ivoire with the likes of Emmanuel Michael in victory, Christopher Bulus also on victory on the doubles team as well, getting victory against Côte d'Ivoire. Unfortunately, today has been marred by rainfall and the games are still up and running. But hopefully we see what happens before today runs out, whether the games can be done Thursday. But today has indeed been marred by lots of rainfall in those games. But let's hear from the coach. He spoke to me yesterday after the team's 3-0 victory in that encounter. He was quite bullish, talking about Coach Benson Isi Cheli. And this is what he had to say. Let's listen to Coach Benson Isi Cheli.
My name is Benson Isichele, Davis Cup captain for Team Nigeria.
Okay, yesterday wasn't what we all planned for as Nigerians in the competition, but today looks like a good day for Nigeria tennis. Talk to us, how was it like to get three games of a clean sweep against Cote d'Ivoire?
Yesterday we had two of our players down. They were not feeling too well. Fortunately for us today, we were able to get them with physio and stretching. They were able to be up today. And today we said let's go for the maximum point, and that is what we got.
Okay, what changed from yesterday?
The two players down from yesterday. We had two key players that were down. One was having a bit of malaria, one was having diarrhea.
So now the race for the qualification is still on.
It's still on.
What's your words to Nigeria? And do you think Nigeria can still get out of this group?
Yes.
Group 2?
Yeah, we will. Definitely. That's a guarantee I gave, and I'm going to fulfill that promise.
Okay, thank you very much. What's to Nigerian fans who are hoping for Nigeria to do well in this competition?
Just come and share us tomorrow. Come and share. Come and share. We need the home support. We need the crowd.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Also talking about was one of the players who won the first single, talking about Emmanuel Michael Akpan. He spoke, and this is what he had to say as well after that victory. Your name?
Emmanuel Michael.
Okay, Emmanuel Michael. Great win for you today. Day 3 of the Davis Cup, Africa Group 3. How happy are you, first of all, with your performance today?
Yeah, it's very good. And enjoyed myself. I believe that everything that happened was not really bad, and I just tried to put effort and all that. It will be better.
Okay, not the best of day for Nigeria yesterday. A lot of results. It looks like a 200 to 24 hours pendulum or change. What changed for Nigeria?
I have to say there was no confidence yesterday because we were down already. So there was no confidence to bring the team back and come on.
Okay, right now as we speak to you, Nigeria sit 4th on the table. Namibia sit 1st, Zimbabwe are 2nd, Benin 3rd, and of course, Nigeria 4th on the table. Ghana 5th, Cote d'Ivoire 6th. Okay, we will take a break. Come on, guys, now we will take a break. We'll take a breather. When we come back, guys, we'll head out to the foreign scene. Don't go nowhere. Spotlight will continue shortly after this short timeout. Okay, guys, so welcome back to your number one sports show on radio. It is Sport Lounge on Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja. And I am your sport bishop, your magistrate, your pilot, your prophet, the professor, Nonso Arinzechi. Okay, guys, this is the part of the show we head out to the foreign scene. If you missed the first half of the show, apologies. You missed everything local. We brought you up to speed from tennis, from the Davis Cup to football, from the sport ministry. And I know you must have had a jolly time, but now it's time for you to have your say. The phone line is up and running already, so feel free to interrupt me, whether it's on WhatsApp call, WhatsApp message, WhatsApp voice note, normal call, SMS, stop bombarding me. I enjoy that, okay? Simple. It's 0808 312 8618. 0808 312 8618. I'll take that again. 0808 312 8618. You can listen to us across, from Radio Garden, download it from the Apple or iOS store. Look for Voice of the People, 96.1 FM. Voila will be in your speakers. And of course, you can watch us live on YouTube at Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja. Without wasting more time, guys, let's clock. TikTok. Let's head out to the foreign scene. Okay, guys, let's start off, of course, come on, you know how we do it, guys. Let's go straight through the transfers immediately, guys. Hopefully, I can see what I can reach back to Uncle Fine Boy, and if he can be part of the show. But before then, guys, let's let you know that Olympique de Marseille have signed Mason Greenwood, yes, for 31.6 million euros, that is 26.6 million pounds. We hear he'll become their players, leaving Man United after scoring since he was a child, scoring 35 goals and, of course, 129 appearances for England. So it is for Mason Greenwood, a good one for him. He leaves Man United. Still talking transfer, we hear that Man United as well have gotten that man Yeni Yoro. We know him so well, very much. He was a good player for Lille. He will be football for Manchester United. More transfer news. We hear Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang have signed for Saudi Pro League side Al Qadassia. We're talking about Al Qadassia in the Saudi Pro League. He leaves Marseille, and he has signed a 2-year deal. Former Chelsea and Arsenal striker. For still talking transfers, we hear as well that Ibrahimovic's son, talking about Maximilian, has signed for AC Milan. He will join up with the under-18 team, a club where his father was a legend, and his father is still working there. Talking about his father working there as a member of the board. He's doing his best there, working there on top of the board to help AC Milan get back to where they want to be. So good one for Maximilian in that one as well. And for Adi Rabiot, he has left Juventus. We hear he's left the club after the expiry of his contract. We're waiting to see where next he'll be heading to. We thought that the arrival of Thiago Motta will let him stay put at the club, but he didn't. He has left the club after the expiry of his contract. But before then, before we get to Fine Boy, we hear that RC Strasbourg has announced the manager Patrick Vieira has left the club by mutual consent. Vieira will no longer manage Strasbourg. He has left. He's now a free man. We'll wait and see what next for Patrick Vieira, the former Arsenal star. Fine Boy, let's come to you wherever you are in Abuja. Which of the transfer story has hit you hard, and which of them do you think should be what celebrated by the fans of the different clubs?
I think in the past too, first of all, good to have me back on the show, Sport Bishop. Always a pleasure talking sport. And in the world of the transfer market, where it is all about buying and selling, but we are not buying tomatoes or yam this time, but rather football players all across Europe. But for the French Ligue 1, that seems to be the busiest of leagues in the last few days, with players coming in and players moving out. Yeni Yoro joining Manchester United, aka Yori. Yes, it was unveiled yesterday to the Manchester United faithfuls, and that move is one move that really excited Manchester United fans.
A lot of people said the fee was a bit bloated. £51 million for a guy who just played one season. Isn't that quite cumbersome?
Well, for the player, looking at his age and looking at what he has given for Leo Metropole, And for the fact that a certain Real Madrid was also in the race to get that man. Initially, it was a £32 million for Manchester United, but a continuous addition in terms of add-ons and what have you, the total package is £52 million. But good news for Manchester United, just like the deal with Joshua Zirkzee, they will spread the payment, but this time for 2.5 years. While that of Joshua Zirkzee is for 3 years. I think Manchester United, they are getting much more smarter in the transfer market. We hear that a certain Ngueta, that deal will be done and dusted before the end of this week. So good news for Manchester United fans. Quickly for Zlatan Ibrahimovic's son joining the AC Milan under 18 team. It's a good news. Just like our owner Vicente Yama's son, who have joined Olympique de Marseille.
Yeah.
Now it is Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
That's Lille, not Marseille.
I think they are now following the footsteps of their father.
Absolutely.
Yes, Lille Metropole. Yes, Lille Metropole in the French Ligue and not Olympique Marseille, where certain Aubameyang left for the Saudi Pro League, and Manchester United boy Mason Greenwood are joining in. So a good one for all those teams in the transfer market. But on the lighter note, while other teams are signing players, Arsenal, they are unveiling their new Adidas team jersey. I just had to drop that one.
Okay, let's talk about quickly. You talked about Adi Rabat. I know you talked earlier, but you talked about Rabat. Do you think he should have stayed back at Juventus? We know his contract expired. I think both parties refused to agree on a fee. He leaves after expiry of his contract. He's now a free agent.
I think for Adrian Rabiot, for over 3 seasons now, he seems to be signing a 1-year extension, 1-year extension, 1-year extension. Recall that 3 transfer windows ago, a certain Manchester United came for a signature, but that move was halted by his mother. When a certain Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was still the coach of Manchester United. United went all out for him, but he had to sign a new contract extension for Juventus. So for now, I don't think any club is ready to get Adrian Rabiot. Though he's still young, 26 years of
29,
age. But
29, we hear.
29. Yeah. Wow. And I just had to take out 3 years out of his age, but he has passed his prime and is nearing diminishing return. So I believe any club in Europe that might just go for him will be a certain Como. Because Como seems to be one team that is really going for the older legs. A couple of days that they had to sign a certain Rafael Varane, and then they signed, what's his name now? He joins them a couple of hours ago. That contract was unveiled. Yes, it was unveiled a couple of hours ago. But I see, if not a Como, perhaps in the deadline day, he might just get himself something in the EPL. Certainly not Man United, certainly not Arsenal, certainly not Chelsea.
Okay, guys, you did talk about Yeli Euro. Yes, he signed from Lille. And of course, quickly before we go to Como, because I think I wanted to go there because of a certain big news coming from Euro. Let's talk about one man, Alvaro Morata. The guy seems to have the best man agents in the world. He signed for AC Milan on that 4-year deal.
Absolutely.
After a fantastic Euros. 4-year deal. For a man who everybody thought wasn't good enough at Chelsea, struggled. But come on, this guy is not getting any younger. He's 31 years of age, but he signed a 4-year deal. That's huge. With an option for another 12 years further. That's huge, man, for a 31-year-old.
Well, I'm not surprised for a certain Alvaro Morata. Season in, season out, he has proven himself to be a lethal goal scorer. When he get the constant supply, he can bury the ball at the back of the net. Now, let's take a look at the club that signed him and the league he will be playing in. Yeah. He will be playing in the Italian Serie A.
From Atletico Madrid, yeah.
To AC Milan. Yeah. And we know that the Italian Serie A, they are known to deal with pensioners. Permit me to use that word, but it is quite true. They tend to go for the older leg. And for AC Milan, they know how to get the best of strikers that have passed their prime, that are aging. Remember the certain Olivier Giroud. Did you forget a certain Alvaro Zlatan Ibrahimovic, as well as a certain Filippo Inzaghi? They know how to get the best of players in their 30s. For me, it is a fantastic move for Alvaro Morata, and good business deal for Atletico Madrid for a player that will be a free agent when the season begins. So it is a good cash out. That should be about 19 million pounds, if I'm not mistaken, for that amount. So I think Atletico Madrid, they are the biggest winner in this transfer.
Okay, guys, keep the calls coming in. 0808 312 8618. 0808 312 8618. That's the number to get to us, both on WhatsApp and on normal call. I'll take it one more time. 0808 312 8618. Let's get to hear from you. What do you think about what's going on in the transfer market? Fine, but let's leave the transfer for a moment. Let's talk about Como. We hear that a certain Fabregas is now the head coach of Serie A club Como. He's become the head coach. That we can confirm to you. But before we come to you, fine, but let's take this call. Hello, what's the name? Where are you calling from?
Good evening, Scott Bishop.
Good evening to you.
My regards to Uncle Fanboy. It's Evidence calling back.
Oh, yeah, talk to me, Evidence.
Scott Bishop, good one for Messi Greenwood.
Okay.
I wish to see him play in Marseille.
Okay.
Say they are playing in Europe now. They are playing in Europe. I think Europe or
they are playing the one
League.
European competition. That's what I can tell you.
Yes. I want to see that guy play. I so much love that guy, to be honest.
Okay.
Enough for what have happened. That guy should have been the star of Manchester United.
Okay.
Should have replaced the Ronaldo of Manchester United. But I wish him all the best. Since they don't want him again. Thank God, finally he's out of Man United squad. He's no more a Man United player. He's not on loan. He has been sold out. Good one to him. And for Lenny, good one to him. Welcome to the ETL, where everything is being done by Man City. If you want to win a trophy, you have to come to the city of Etihad to win a trophy.
Okay.
I believe before the 16th of August is going to face Man City in the Community Shield, then we'll see what he's made of.
Okay.
I can't wait for that game to kick off. And Bishop, you didn't tell me. I'm listening to you now. Have you forgotten that we have signed one winger from Toa? Seville.
Come on, man. You're buying a player from a team that you own. That is anyway. It's a big deal anyway.
No, most of the owner, but that winger has not played again for them.
Yeah, he played it for Girona. He played for Girona. Yes, last season. Yeah. Girona is owned by Manchester City. Troyes is owned by Manchester City. So it's absolutely.
But I can't wait to see that guy play now. I wanted the right winger. Now I've got to work. I'm happy. Once we have building up, we want to give a Gadrola a fair that is a good. Why will I even put it? welfare message that when he leaves Man City, he'll be hungry to come back.
Okay.
I want to give it to Gatola. I'm so happy for the signing of that guy. And every club that is making that signing, good luck to them. I hope Arsenal the year, Liverpool the year. Chelsea, I know Chelsea in a primary school student and they sign. I know 1 year complain next season.
Okay.
Maybe everybody buckle of their best for now. All the people that is signing, good luck for them. And good luck to you guys in the studio. You are doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's go back to, of course, Fine Boy. Fine Boy. Don't forget to keep the calls coming in. 0808-312-8618. Fine Boy. Como has given the head coach to Fabregas, and Eddie Howe says he's committed to Newcastle, despite the urge or the pursuit from the English FA. Your 2 cents on this one. Fine Boy, are you there?
I am here with you. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes. Go ahead.
Fantastic. As for Eddie Howe, we all know how the job of being a manager is one of the most difficult job in modern day football. Just like I will always love to tell you, we have 2 types of coaches, the ones that are fired and the ones that are waiting to be fired. But for Eddie Howe, he have seen the stars in the sky. And he said, look, I need to extend my contract at Newcastle. Looking at Eddie Howe at Newcastle, he hasn't really done bad for her coach. And looking at the money that have been pumped into the team in a couple of transfer windows, he has been a success, if you ask me. Qualified the team for Champions League football for the first time in over 20 years. And they didn't do well in the Champions League, even though they were paired in the group of death. having the likes of PSG, AC Milan, and Borussia Dortmund. They did finish bottom, but it wasn't a complete failure for Newcastle. So extending his contract with the team, it is something that I saw coming. And for the hierarchy in Newcastle, they have done well so far in the transfer window, as well as helping Merihao to keep the sanity of the team. Alexander Isak is still there. Guimaraes has still not left the club. He's still there. A couple of good guys. Bonds is still there with the team, as well as Dubravka, the goalkeeper for the team. They are still doing well. So they have been quiet in the transfer market, but I see they are doing something beautiful in this season that is coming up. Then as for Como FC, Sport Bishop,
yeah.
It happens to be one of the surprise teams so far in the transfer market. They are getting some of the best leg. When I mean the best leg, I mean in terms of experience. Join the team. Of course, they are lowly ranked. They are not among the elite team in French Ligue, but give them a couple of years. They will do well. Yes, they are new.
But a team co-owned by Thierry Henry, says Fabregas, you should expect them getting the best legs.
Just like it is, Sport Bishop, getting the best leg has very little to do with the owner or with the coaches there. It has to do with how much money you have. When money talks, player moves. So if Como FC can do the right business, perhaps not get the most expensive legs or the best of legs, but players that are ready to give their all for this new club and defend the badge and help the club rise in the hierarchy of football, French football, we must add. It will only take time, but it's going to be a slow but steady. But they will definitely get to the pinnacle of football that they so desire. Get the right players, get the right management, give them a certain good transfer wage bill. And Como FC rather, will do well. If not now, will settle in the future. But I can tell you that they're in the right path to getting to the top.
Okay, guys, let's leave football for a moment now and let's touch down other sport quickly. We had Rafa Nadal beat Cameron Norrie 6-4 to set up a quarterfinal against Argentine Mariano Novone in the Swedish Open. From the Formula One, we hear of where the Ferrari's Carlos Sainz talk about Red Bull Sainz led Red Bull Max Verstappen in the first practice of the Hungarian Grand Prix. Since teammate Charles Leclerc was third with 0.29 seconds off. Also, we hear that Toje Pogacar continued his dominance of the Tour de France as he won his fourth stage, substantively extending his overall lead in that one. Okay, guys, this is how much we can take on the show, but don't worry. Come on, tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow is Saturday. It will be, of course, Sports Soccer Board is from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. 3 hours of sports extravaganza. We'll give you all the latest G's happening in the world of sports. And of course, on Sunday, yes, on Sunday is wonderful, wonderful time. It's from 5 to 8 p.m. Super Sunday Sport Life, your sport extra. And yours truly, the Sport Bishop, will be here to guide you through that one. But for now, believing you, enjoy the rest of your evening. Up next is the World News. The Sport Bishop is signing out. Enjoy the best from Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja.